Hey everyone!
Hey, so today Claire is going to install the front wall of our shower and our shower door. We got the door kit from Custom Coaster Conversion, same place we got the shower and everything. We just got it all together. And then I think Claire says in the video, but we got the door from Bunnings, which is an acrylic splashback, and then the wall is just 16mm melamine.
Melamine. I do most of it. Shane only helps a little bit. So it's mostly video watching me this time.
Alright, enjoy.
Alright, so what I'm doing at the moment is I'm just connecting our shower walls to our front wall, which I've cut. I'm just using our little jig thing so that we get our angles right, popping it on, using the clamp to keep it in place, screw in the hole that way, I'll screw into the front, that way there will be no holes from the front, and we'll cover the ones up from the side. I'm hot and cranky. So now that I've got my holes in with the jig, I'm just going to use some AJ30 screws, and I'm going to screw them in from the back just to the front piece here, which I've cut out, and hopefully that will join it all together. I'm going to glue first. It's really hot in the bath and it's all closed up because Shane's on the roof cleaning it at the moment. Alrighty, what I've just done is I've just popped a couple of screws through here. Our shower cubicle is a little bit bowing in, so it's pushed it, it's held it into place, and it's really solid now. So I've done that on both sides. I guess the next step is to work on our door frame and also to silicone all the gaps around the edge now that we've put the fronts on. But otherwise, it's pretty exciting. Okay, so what I'm doing today is I'm making the shower frame for our bathroom cubicle. Initially when we bought our shower frame door, the instructions were to just use the melamine, the 16mm melamine that we're using. The bit that we cut out for the shower door was then just going to be the insert for the shower screen. After looking at the shower screen, the channel is not thick enough for 16mm. My guess is it'd be lucky if it maybe took 8mm. So what we've decided to do instead is we've bought this. It's actually a kitchen backsplash. It's just an acrylic sheet. It's 4mm and it's cool mist, so it's like a light blue, which is nice as well. I'm going to cut this to size. We're going to put that in the insert for our shower door, and then I'll measure it all out, cut it out, and once I'm ready to install it all, I'll take you into the bus and we'll put it all together in there.
And what size are you cutting?
What size am I cutting? Okay, so the shower insert is 520 wide and 1541 high. That's in millimeters. For someone who's probably done this before, it probably is so simple. For someone a bit more, I don't know, mechanically minded or physically doing stuff minded, probably would understand it better than I do, but I've had so much frustration trying to understand this one-page instructions and knowing what to do. So hopefully I'll get it to work. Okay, so I've just put some masking tape on before I'm going to cut. Apparently it just helps, you know, if the acrylic's got a splinter or something like that, it helps to prevent it from splintering. We're just going to use a jigsaw, and I've just bought an acrylic jigsaw piece. So I've never cut acrylic before, so yep. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is start tacking the pieces together from our shower screen. I'm going to tack just the actual screen part together out here, and then the frame that goes around the screen I'll put together inside and hopefully just wing it. Like I said, there aren't really any instructions, it's just a picture of how it all goes together, but it doesn't actually tell you how to do it. So I'm trying. These screws came with it, and they're a, I don't know what you call them, a square piece. And it looks like they just sort of go together to join these. So I'm thinking I might join 3 sides together, the long one and the 2 short bits, and then put the acrylic in with the rubber around it, and then attach the 4th. Turns out it's easier to do it one side at a time. So don't join 3 like I did first. Do it one side, put the rubber on, and then push the stuff on. You have to push really hard because it's very tight. Now I stand here while Shane does it.
And get your Shane to do it for you.
Woohoo! You need a Shane. Nah, I already did this then. It's all done.
I did it.
I did do that end. It's got a plastic protective coating just until we get it in there, but otherwise she looks good. So the original channel that we got with our shower screen is this. I think it's about 30 mil, something like that. So that would work awesome for, like, you know, a 30 mil wall or whatever that we're going around, but we're not. We've got 16 mil melamine. So I went and got this stuff, which is a 20 mil channel. I just got it from Bunnings. It's just aluminium. 20 mil includes the actual metal, so inside is about 16, 17, so it actually fits perfectly over the edge of our melamine. So these parts weren't actually on the instructions at all, so sort of had to just kind of guess what they were for. From what I can understand, they go on the outside around the edge of the frame and attach it to your wall. It came with pop rivets, so my understanding was that you would attach it to the frame that holds your door like that, sort of inside out, and pop rivet them together inside the channel. So I'm doing that with this channel instead of the one that came with it, just because it fits better. So I'm going to attach that now. So I'm just pre-drilling holes. I'm not using pop rivets because the pop riveter doesn't actually fit inside the 20 mil channel. I'm just using 10G 20 mil metal screws. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to try and put our shower frame and door together. I've already put this piece on. All it does is slide onto the inside, and then there's these 2 little white pieces, which is a bit hard for you to see, but I'll give you a close up later. 2 little white pieces that sticking in the edge, and that holds it into position. So now what we need to do is I'm going to lay it down, I think, but I'm going to pop these in here just like that. They take a bit of effort, so I'm going to use the mallet. I don't know yet if it's going to work or not, because I'm not quite sure how it's going to fit, but we'll see. That bit's got to go that way. You got to make sure as well that this little lip is on the outside, because it funnels the water back into the shower. You got to make sure you do it the right way. Okay, so shower door frame is in place. It looks pretty good. We've still got to do some, you know, silicone around the edges, fill all the holes and whatnot. We ended up having to take this top rail and this left rail here off to be able to put it on without any issues, but it worked, which is good. We've done it so that it opens outwards and to the right, so as if I'm walking towards it. I'll take you inside. Ah, so much on the way. Whoops, stuff. And you can see, so we've still got some touching up and fill all the holes and whatnot, but it's a bit dirty, but otherwise, that's from sanding. It's all done. These bits here, just like little rubber stoppers, they stop the door from going up and down. They only go one way, so it's really good to make sure that you put those on correctly. They've got like a bit that sticks out on the other side which you can't see, and that's where the metal lip sort of sits into. And then there's a lip down the bottom and up the top here, and that stops any water hopefully escaping as well. Yeah, that's it. Excited. Haven't put the handle on yet.
Don't know if you can hear that little one, but there's his tail. Shh, we're trying to talk, bud. There we go. Anyway, that's it for this video. We didn't really get footage of installing the glass or the acrylic door here. So what Claire meant by having to take these two bits off was the hole was too small for how the door is to properly maneuver the door in. So we had to take these two off.
Just the silver bit from the white, we had to separate them.
Put the bottom in, put the right side in, slide it all the way over, because obviously it's a channel, it can go over the wall. Slide it all the way over. That allowed us to put the other two channels on, and then we just siliconed it all together. Claire's not really in the video anymore. She walked too close. We didn't follow the instructions for the hole in the door. We looked at the instructions and thought, that's too big. The door's only got to be X size. The hole's this much bigger. How does that work? So we just sort of cut it to our own sizing. After putting it on, we sort of worked out, oh, okay, this is why it's cut so big, so you can actually put all 4 channels on and it just overlaps a little bit. And then, yeah, you just silicone the channel onto the wall. So
also, something that I didn't mention throughout the building process was we decided to put the hole for the door over to one side, so you can see there's a larger gap here than there is on this side. The reason for that is this larger gap is where the toilet is, so we obviously didn't want the door opening onto the toilet. We have it open to the shower section, and the toilet is off to the side.
Yes. And same, we just sort of tried to wing where we put it as far as height as well. We'd probably put it a little bit taller again. Obviously, a bigger lip down the bottom is going to stop more water from coming out than at the top, and it just makes it so that I hit my head. So, you know, maybe putting it up here or something might have been better, but it works all the same, so it's not too big of a deal. Just, yeah.
So, one last thing as well is one of our YouTube subscribers, she was pretty awesome, decided to send us some t-shirts, which we are currently wearing. So we just want to shout out to Shayna and say thank you for these.
Thank you.
I actually wear mine all the time, so we really love them. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe and share. And until next time, our next video will be me mostly installing the water tanks under the bus.
That was fun.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Thanks. Bye.
Shane's pissing me off. You just shake your head at me. No?
No.
It's too hot, my face might melt off.